The feel-good edition of CBS 6 Sports begins with the championship edition of the high school whip-around. 7 area teams played in state championship games on Saturday. Our tour around the state starts in Hanover County as the Hawks hosted Amherst in the Class 4 softball final. Hanover's Julie Cuso dealing from the circle as she struck out the side on the first. She actually K'd the first 10 batters she faced. The game was delayed 45 minutes because of rain in the third. Top 6, Cuso still working in the circle. She had 17 strikeouts in the game. It was scoreless through 7th. We head to the 8th. The grounder, the short, then a throwing error allows a run to score to make it 1-0 Amherst. Later, Cuso will uncork a wild pitch to allow Megan Lloyd to score to make it 2-0. That will be the final as Amherst takes the Class 4 state final. Meanwhile, in Class 6, 17 innings weren't needed to decide a final between COSBY and South County. They met in the 2019 final. Bottom of the first, 1-0 South County. COSBY's Lorraine Gallagher goes to left center and over the head of Mason Cerami. Lauren Richardson was scored. It tied up at 1. It stayed that way until the 5th when Alex DiNardo picked the perfect time to hit her first ever grand slam. That broke the game open as COSBY led 5-1. And in the 7th, Taylor Norton slammed the door. She got Taylor Williams looking at strike 3. Norton struck out 11 in her final game in a COSBY uniform to win the school's first softball state title in almost 10 years. 6-3 the final over South County. In the Class 3 state final, New Kent hosted RUSTBURG. New Kent's Gracie Ellis, who will attend Randolph-Macon, was on her game early for the Trojans as she gets the strikeout there. Bottom 3, New Kent had 2 runners on with 1 out. A pop-up in the infield is caught by the shortstop, who will then tag the bag for the double play. Even though the replay showed she did not get the bag in time, the umps let it stand, though. It was scoreless until the top of the 7th when Carly Hudnall slaps a base hit to center, bringing home the only run of the game as RUSTBURG takes the Class 3 state title 1-0 over New Kent. In Class 4 baseball, Hanover and Broad Run met for the state title up in Ashburn. Bottom 5, 2-0 Spartans for Adam Chow, who grounds to short. The throw to first is low and gets away. Jake Flicker around third will score to make it 3-0 Broad Run. Top 6, same score for Seth Keller of Hanover. He'll take it to the deepest part of the park for a 2-run homer to get Hanover back in the game at 3-2, but that would be as close as Hanover would get as Broad Run wins the state title in Class 4 baseball, 3-2 the final. We head to Class 1. Essex made the trip to Southwest Virginia to play Auburn for the state title. The Eagles put up a 3 spot in the first, tacked on more in the second after Parker Hill doubled to put runners on at second and third. Tyler Sparrow gets home the run with a sacrifice fly to deep left center. That will make it 4-0 Eagles at that point. He would add another sac fly to make it 5-0 before Essex scored 2 in the top of the 6th, but that will be as close as Essex would get as Ashburn takes the Class 1 state championship with a 5-2 win over Essex. How about lacrosse? Douglas Freeman girls hosted Riverdale from Northern Virginia in the Class 5 state final. First half, Freeman's Carrie Neese, the future Duke Blue Devil, goes low corner past the keeper for the goal to tie the matchup at 1. Later in the half, Bridget Wilson will weave through the Rams defense. She will also go low corner. The match was tied at 8 at the break. However, in the second half, Douglas Freeman would pull away and win the school's first state championship in girls lacrosse in school history. They win it at home 16-14 the final. Those same 2 schools met in the Class 5 boys lacrosse final up in Northern Virginia. First quarter, Freeman down 3-1, but they get on the scoreboard behind a Gavin Jones goal that cuts the Rams' lead to 3-1. However, later in the first, Riverside's Cole Jones gets in front of the Freeman's keeper, and he doesn't miss from close. 7-1 at that point. Riverside led 9-3 at the break, and they would go on to win the state championship 22-5 the final.